Hey guys, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I wanted to talk about being orphaned. Okay, so I pulled an oracle card, and that was the card that I pulled, and it was number 5. And I've been feeling kind of like a pull towards the number 5 today for some reason. And I've been getting kind of reflections of that. And so that was like confirmation. So I don't really have any idea where I'm going with this, but I felt kind of led to film a video. So feel free to continue watching, and we'll just see where this goes. So when I saw that card, orphaned, it made me feel like the abandonment wound. And so a lot of times when that reflection of that wound comes up, there's so many different emotions that come up. At least for me, what I've learned is that abandonment is you abandon yourself to please other people, or you give to kind of fill the void of not being connected to yourself. So it's a lack of connection within your own heart, within the walls that you've put up around your heart. Even though you've been giving, there's still part of you that's kind of trapped inside. And so a lot of times, to me, with that feeling abandoned or orphaned or left alone, there's a lot of grief and loneliness, and I don't know if the word detachment is right, but there's a lot of disconnection, we'll say, that comes with that. And so one way to kind of move through some of that abandonment is attune to yourself, be bold. Today I had a session with one of my clients that I see, and she also has been abandoned by her parents. And she's working through a lot of different things, trying to work through expressing her grief and anger as a young child, not understanding why her parents just abandoned her physically, emotionally, spiritually. Thankfully, she has wonderful grandparents that stepped in and give her the love that she deserves. But within that, a lot of times we feel like our need to express ourselves is not only not recognized, but we don't even know we have the needs that we deserve, if that makes sense. So within her world, I can see how much she's growing just by being able to have an outlet to express herself. And today we made kind of like vision boards, but they're more sensory oriented. So she's made one or two before this, and it's been really cool to see that her journey of her being able to voice and express herself. And so, yeah, that's just one area where we can be more honest with ourselves, be more bold, you know, um, through some of those terrible, undeserving, you know, experiences that we go through when we've been let down by the people we were supposed to actually lift us up. We learn that we can actually do that ourselves. And I think that's wonderful. And so maybe another thing is that to just honor your journey as you move forward. It's okay to have that hurt and acknowledge it. That's another message that I feel like the Lord has been giving me the last few weeks, is just acknowledge the pain and the hurt, because then it's real if we acknowledge it. But if we don't take the time to acknowledge it, we numb ourselves or try to distract ourselves, we just can keep getting more reflections of that. And so that's the second thing, is just really acknowledge it. And I think an undercurrent of that, the next step would be forgiveness. So forgive the people who have hurt you, forgive the circumstances, not because these people or the things deserve it, but because you deserve to be able to move forward and own that as part of your story. And in an ironic way, if you didn't go through that, you wouldn't have a story, or you wouldn't have the skills needed to build not only your self-expression, but you wouldn't have the ability to move forward if you didn't have to kind of be stuck in certain areas. And sometimes when you sit with that, acknowledge it, move through it, forgiveness and the grief will actually come up naturally, and you don't force it. And then once you acknowledge it, feel it, as they say, feel it to heal it, what will happen is that you create more space where those walls were in your heart. And once you have that space, you welcome in new things. But if you're always guarded, oh, I'm abandoned, you know, well, you don't have to. You can choose different, you know. And another thing too, I think moving forward is just being at peace with it, not trying to fix it or justify it or try to find out why. You know, things come in time. And moving forward, I think that is a big way towards kindness to yourself, more love towards yourself. And I think that is what really helps people kind of heal that abandonment wound. I know for me, just sitting with it was the hardest thing. Just acknowledging it. I felt like it was going to be too overwhelming, like too engulfing, too didn't want to feel it, you know? And as I actually sat with it, gave it space, gave it acknowledgement, I actually had so much more pleasure on the outside of that. So the grief, the sadness, it was equally reflected in my joy and my creativity. Once I allowed that to let go and actually feel it and acknowledge it, I actually experienced a lot more joy and a lot more love and enthusiasm for life. And it's actually made more space. Like I physically, my shoulders, my whole body is more open, more receptive. So, yes, just to sum up some key points here, you know, be bold, you know, have faith in yourself, acknowledge your history, and forgiveness. Allow forgiveness to actually help propel you and prepare you forward, not as a means to, you know, just forget about what happened, but as a means to actually honor yourself and honor your journey. And also allow it to be there, acknowledge, feel what you feel with that abandonment. And once you do, a lot of things will just open up to you. You might just open up more to yourself and more to life. So if you found this video helpful, I trust that whoever clicked on it, this is helpful for you. Thank you for listening and taking your time out of your day. If you would like more videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and comment below maybe where you're at in your journey. If there, either it's with abandonment or just, you know, trying to find better ways to be there for yourself, just let me know where you're at in the beginning, middle, or maybe you're working towards that wholeness right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I wish you the best.